mo bá lè rántí rárá.
Hello everyone, my name is Ali Musa from Ahmadu Bello University Law Clinic. We'll be conducting a street interview on cyberbullying to get people's opinion on that, alongside my colleague.
Thank you very much. My name is Hamzat, Muhammed, also a member of ABA Law Clinic. I'll be conducting an interview on cyberbullying in Yoruba's language.
And I'll be conducting the interview in English and Hausa.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Ali Musa from ABA Law Clinic.
Hello, I am Chukwuma Chiamaka, 200 level 20 in area.
Okay, I would like to ask you some questions, favor, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, God.
Okay, firstly, what do you understand by cyberbullying?
So, I personally feel cyberbullying is the use of social media platforms to petty harassment and others. Be it like sending harmful videos, images, and then the cyberbulliers focus more on vulnerable individuals like teenagers, children, and then the effect is it will lead to emotional depression, anxiety, and other mental related issues.
Oh, thank you, Favor. Okay, secondly, do you think cyberbullying is considered a crime in Nigeria?
No, because I've seen instances on social media where people were bullied and then nothing was done. So I don't feel like it's a crime in Nigeria.
Okay. Okay, because nothing was done, you feel it's not a crime.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Favor, for your opinion.
You.
Orúkọ mi ni Hamzat Muhammed Hasheer. Mo jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní ABA Law Clinic. Ṣálí mo orúkọ yín?
Orúkọ mi ni Adékànbí Favour Adéníkẹ́. Mo jẹ́ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ Ahmadu Bello University.
Ẹ má bínú o. Ó ní àwọn ìbéèrè kan tá a fẹ́ béèrè lọ́rọ̀ yín nípa nǹkan tí wọ́n ń pè ní cyberbullying. Ṣé lè bá dá wa lóhùn lé lórí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
ṣé tí ọmọ ènìyàn tó bá sọ ohun burúkú nípa ẹlòmíràn lórí ayélujára, ṣó túmọ̀ sí wípé ẹni náà ti sọ èrò ọkàn rẹ̀ ni?
Ìbéèrè yìí lágbára o. Ohun kan ni láti sọ ohun búburú nípa èèyàn fún ẹni náà. Nǹkan mìíràn ni láti sọ ohun búburú nípa èèyàn lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. Láti sọ ohun búburú nípa èèyàn lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó burú jáì. Nítorí pé bí àwa ọmọ ènìyàn ṣe ní ẹ̀tọ́ títí wa, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ẹni tí à ń sọ ohun búburú nípa èèyàn
òun náà ní ẹ̀tọ́ títí ẹ̀.
A ní láti máa ṣerú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, a jẹ́ pé à ń fi ẹ̀tọ́ tiwa jẹ gàba lórí ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọlàkejì.
Ṣé wọ́n ti wá fi ẹ̀sùn kàn yín lórí ayélujára rí báyìí?
Tí mo bá lè rántí rárá, àmọ́ mo ní ọ̀rẹ́ kan tí ó ṣe irú àwọn nǹkan báyìí ní láàrin àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tó jẹ́ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Wọ́n ṣe ètò eré kékeré kan tí ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ènìyàn, àmọ́ ẹ ò ní mọ ẹni tí ó ń sọ ohun kan yẹn.
Tó ń pè l'anonymous.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn wọ́n sọ oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rọ̀ tí kò dára, tí kò bójúmu nípa ẹ̀ lórí anonymous yẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n ní àtúbọ̀tán ẹ̀, ó jẹ́ kí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa bi ara ẹ̀ ní àwọn ìbéèrè. Ibo lòun ti ṣì, báwo ni òun ṣe ṣe, báwo lòun ṣe ni. Àti bẹ́ẹ̀ adẹ̀márí pé ó máa jẹ́ nǹkan tó ń bá ọpọlọ wa, tó ń da ọpọlọ wa láàmú. Eléyìí tí kò sì dára fún àwọn èèyàn ní agbègbè wa.
Ẹ ṣé gan, a dúpẹ́, ẹ ṣé gan ma.
Wa alaikum salam. Sunana Malam Abdullahi Salisu Lawal.
Ina so dan ma wasu tambayoyi ne baraka da ba.
A tuba da masha Allah.
Shin a fahimtanka menene dokan yancin faɗin albarkacin baki?
Ok, to wannan shi ne dama ɗan ƙasa ke shi ko mutum ya faɗa albarkacin bakin shi, wato tofa ra'ayi akan wani abu ta fannin suka, kyara ko jawo hankali akan gwamnati ko wasu mutane da su yi wani abu da ya kamata.
Shin kana gani ɗan Najeriya yana da wannan dama ko hurumin da zai faɗi albarkacin bakin shi?
A tunanina ɗan Najeriya ko kuma kowa ma na dama ya faɗa albarkacin bakin shi, inda wannan magana tashi ba za ta haifar da tarzoma ba da husuma ko faɗan unguwanni ko faɗan addini. Inda ba ta haifar da wannan bayan dama da zai faɗa ra'ayin shi akan gwamnati ko wasu mutane.
Wato dai kana nufin zai iya faɗi amma akwai iyakar da
yawa.
To mun gode malam.
Na gode.
Remember, while exercising your freedom of expression, do not resort to violating the right to privacy of the others or cyberbullying. Also, do not hesitate to reach out to the relevant authorities while you encounter issue of cyberbullying through the information provided on the screen. Thank you. Did you know that the Nigerian laws protect cybercrime victims and also provide avenue for reporting cybercrime and cyberbullying? In Nigeria, the Nigeria Police Force National Cybercrime Center are responsible for receiving complaints. The websites are provided on our screen. Did you know that forwarding harmful and harassing content could land you in trouble? Even sharing offensive content, such as sensitive pictures and abusive content, is punishable under the Cybercrime Act. Did you know that the right to freedom of expression does not extend to freedom to bully? The Nigerian Constitution and the Cybercrime Act prohibit all forms of discrimination, harassment through the social media platform.
Joining me in the show today, we have the clinic head and the deputy clinic head of Ahmadu Bello University Law Clinic, who will be discussing freedom of expression in relation to cyberbullying.
Good day to you all. My name is Ali Hassan, the clinic head of ABU Law Clinic.
Good day, everyone. I am Mustafa Hawa, deputy clinic head of the Ahmadu Bello University Law Clinic.
Thank you for joining me on the show today. So let's start with the deputy clinic head.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Freedom of expression is simply the ability to express one's thoughts, opinions without any form of government interference. Now, this freedom of expression can take many forms. It could include writings, podcasts just like this one, and even engaging in peaceful protests, right? Without any form of interference from government institutions or even government itself. Now, while expressing one's freedom of expression, it is very important to not resort to harmful comments or making some demeaning remarks about someone. That's what freedom of expression is. Thank you.
Wow, that's very good. So, Mr. CH, in your own opinion, do you think freedom of expression is absolute or from the legal perspective?
The right to freedom of expression is not an absolute right. It is a right that empowers a student to express himself, to hold an opinion, receive and impart information or idea. Like any other power, it is susceptible to abuses. Okay. We say power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. The legislators have recognized this, limit this power by putting some certain restrictions. A very good example of those restrictions is to protect the right and freedom of another person. We have seen examples of defamation laws in various states where it will provide that a person cannot go around telling lies or intentionally of another person just because he doesn't like him. So these are certain restrictions to this particular right. Another example of a restriction can be in the interest of security, public safety, public morality, public health, and the likes. So a particular person cannot say a statement, a hate speech towards a particular section of the community. Right? So this law is there to avoid the clash between this section of the community and another section of the community. So these are some of the limitations put in place. So as a result of this, there are certain stages put in place to make sure that these restrictions also is not too stringent as to prevent the intent of the legislature actually. So this thesis requires this particular restriction to be lawful, to be legitimate, to be necessary, and to be proportionate. So with this, we have seen that right to freedom of expression is not an absolute right.
Thank you very much. So now we have looked at the definition of freedom of expression and its limitations. Going forward, we'll be looking at our subtopic, which is cyberbullying. So, Madam DCH, what do you think is cyberbullying and how does it affect or pose threat on freedom of expression?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. You know, in light of recent happenings, it's very important to understand what cyberbullying is. Now, cyberbullying is simply the use of digital tools, social media to harass you. You know, it's really going to limit what you want to say. You don't really want to put out that thought, that opinion out there because you're scared of what people say about you, particularly the negative comments, right? So this is how cyberbullying affects freedom of expression.
Thank you so much. So moving to the clinic case. So what do you think is cyberbullying, and do you think cyberbullying is a crime?
Yes, cyberbullying is a crime in Nigeria. If you look at the provisions of the Cyber Crimes Act, Prohibition and Prevention Act, it provides that it defines certain acts that are bullying in nature on internet to be crimes. For instance, Section 24 and 25 of Cyber Crimes Act prohibits cyber stalking, actually, and projection of child pornography. These are some of the things that traumatizes children, and they are categorized as cyberbullying crimes. So they are punishment prescribed, and they're punitive in nature. Some of them are 20 million, a 20 million fine, and 10 years imprisonment or both. So you could see it's a crime in Nigeria. Cyberbullying is a crime.
So now we can say that cyberbullying is considered a crime.
Yes.
So moving to the research, now what do you think are the ways in which cyberbullying manifests, like the instances of manifestation of cyberbullying?
All right, cyberbullying takes a lot of forms. Could be making a negative remark about someone, posting someone's personal information without any consent from them, trolling them. I think that happens a lot to people. Like when you're on social media, you see a lot of trolling happening, making negative remarks, saying demeaning words to people, right? Now these are acts that constitute cyberbullying. They are not restricted to all of these I've mentioned, but these are just a few of the ways that cyberbullying can manifest.
Thank you so much for this. And finally, in the research, let's go to the clinical. What do you think are the ways that the clinic can step into helping addressing issues and challenges around freedom of expression? Like what are the instances of how clinic can help in addressing that?
Okay, I think the first way to go about it is to create an awareness about it. Sensitize people, both the university student and secondary school students, what freedom of expression is, and what are the ways the freedom of expressions are being trampled upon. So
why do you think secondary school students are very important in this aspect?
Well, they're very crucial, because we say the Rome is built from the beginning. There are people that are going to be upcoming. There are people that have time to be on the social media, and there are people that are somehow vulnerable to these kind of things. So them getting informed and them knowing that there are certain remedies available to them will help them in reaching out to the relevant authorities to solve this particular issue before it escalates, actually.
Okay, thank you. So having said that, how is the law clinic stepping in to address these challenges around freedom of expression? I mean, what is the law clinic planning to do, and how does it intend to address these issues?
The ABU Law Clinic intends to embark on an awareness campaign to sensitize both the university student and the secondary school level students on what is freedom of expression and how the freedom of expression is being limited, and what are the available remedies for them to reach out to see that this particular thing has been stopped since before it escalates.
Yes, and I think in addition to that, right, we could have an exclusive workshop where we're going to bring in experts that are going to train some selective clinicians, right? So when these experts have already trained the selected clinicians, then we're going to have some sort of step-down training approaching secondary school students, just like he had said, right? We're going to approach secondary school students, we're going to give them information packets, we're going to train them, we're going to make them understand what freedom of expression is, how it can be expressed, right? And limitations, cyberbullying, how it can affect people mentally, psychologically, right? So we're going to do all of this to ensure that we're not only targeting students at the university level, but we are also approaching secondary school students from selected places in our community, and then also even within our immediate community, we're also going to take steps to also raise some sort of awareness campaign on issues like this.
You see, on this we can, to make sure there is a coverage, we will see the possibility of training them on the possibility of exploring the local remedies available to see that, yes, if it is coming from secondary school, what are the local remedies available? They explore them and they see the possibility of resolving that particular issue before it goes further, and see the possibility of putting the victims in a rehabilitative way through the G&C, the Guardian and Counseling Department in that school.
Yes.
This is very a good initiative, actually.
That's amazing. So that's a very good initiative and innovative way to say that. So thank you viewers for having us today. At this point, we will continue this podcast and see you in